Hello guys and gals, my name is Mr. Random and I have a domination gameplay on Radiation for you guys. I used the Galil initially and then I pick up the G11 sometime in the game and I go 41 kills and 2 deaths. I am recording this on my Turtle Beaches. I don't have a snowball mic right now, but hopefully I'll be getting that soon if this commentating thing works out. So here we go. I want to talk to you guys about Call of Duty XP. It happened last weekend on Friday and Saturday, and I just turned 18 recently, so I got to go. The first thing we'll be talking about is Modern Warfare 3. So overall, it's awesome. Seriously, if you guys have any misconceptions about if you think it's going to be bad or not, it is awesome. It plays like Modern Warfare 2, and some of you might have hated Modern Warfare 2 because of the one-man army, noob tubing, and danger close and all that, but if you take all that away, which they have in Modern Warfare 3, you have a really good fast-paced game. Quick scoping is back and it plays just as Modern Warfare 2 did. I'm not sure what the sniper rifle is called, but it looks like the L96 and it feels like an M40, which is awesome. I barely got any hit markers. As soon as I hit somebody, they died. The perks are great. They're not overpowered at all. I know a lot of people have been talking about Assassin not being visible by the advanced UAV, and I'm not sure specifically if it is or not. I never used it, but and I never paid any attention to it either. I had an advanced UAV a couple of times, and I saw everybody. So I think you're still able to see it on the advanced UAV, but I'm not certain for sure. The kill streaks, or the point streaks, actually, they're not overpowered either. I use support mainly, just to test it out, the new one. Specialist is pretty simple, so I didn't really care about that one that much. Assault is how it's always been, but support is the one I kind of wanted to focus on. And I know a lot of people are worried about the fact that you can die and you still keep your streak, so you can keep going after that. And people might be afraid that that's overpowered, but it really isn't. I mean, the point streaks go way up there into like the 20s or the high teens. So it'll still take a long time to get those juggernauts. And I used the juggernaut at the end of the second day, and you move really slowly. All you really have is a riot shield and a pistol, so it isn't really that overpowered at all. Another thing that they added to Modern Warfare 3 that they didn't have in previous Call of Duty games is proficiencies, and that's when you level up your gun at the same time that you level up yourself. So when you use a specific gun like a Barrett, it'll level up independently of your level and the level of other guns, and you can unlock proficiencies based on the level of the gun that you used. So the main two proficiencies that I use, there's like 8 of them. I use kick and sway. Kick is designed so that when you shoot the gun, it kicks less, obviously. And the second one, sway, when you're using your sniper, the scope doesn't sway as much, which is awesome when you're using the scope, even when you're quick scoping, because it makes it so that the scope focuses on the center a lot faster, and you don't have to worry about accidentally missing your mark by like a millimeter or anything like that. I also played the game type Kill Confirmed, which is new to the Call of Duty series, and it's a really fun game type. It's really easy to learn, and basically what you do is it's like Team Deathmatch. When you kill a guy, a dog tag actually pops up instead of you getting the kill, and you have to pick up the dog tag in order to get the point. But one of the enemies can kill you before you get the dog tag, and you won't get that point, and they'll be able to pick up your dog tag and increase the point on their team. And you can also pick up your teammates' dog tags if enemies haven't picked those up already, and deny the kill, the confirmed kill for the enemy team, which is awesome. It adds a whole nother layer to the team deathmatch schematic, because you can kill a guy out in the open, and you really have to be careful, because if you try to go pick up the dog tag, there could be an enemy waiting right around the corner going to shoot you. While I was at Call of Duty XP, I also got to meet a bunch of commentators, which was extremely awesome. I got to meet Hutch, CNanners, Sark. I got to meet Optic Hex, which was really cool. Optic J, Fwiz, Hastro, Tabe, White Boy, 7th Street, FPS Russia, and I also got to play Spec Ops with Woody's Gamertag, which is really awesome. It's kind of funny because, when I was playing with him, I was always afraid like I'd do something really, really messed up, and then you always want, like, the first time you meet one of these famous commentators, you always want them to immediately want to be your friend, like you do something amazing. But we only got to like round 11 or something like that. It was really, really sad. And it was my fault too, which is awesome. But anyways, that was really awesome. I got to meet a bunch of commentators. I also, on my outline for this, I put nutrition because the first day from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., all I ate was 2 sun chips. My adrenaline was pumping so high that first day that I just didn't feel hungry the entire day. There was also this place that they had in the building called the Dew Bunker, and that was, you could go over there and they had like shots of Mountain Dew that you could drink of these like different flavors that they were presenting to the public for the first time, I think, or something like that. And I hadn't drinking anything the entire day, and those tasted so, so good. I also competed in the tournament. I did both gauntlets. I did the Black Ops gauntlet first and the Modern Warfare 3 gauntlet second. Um, when I first did the tournament, I was playing with a bunch of random people. I actually went to the event by myself, and I just met a couple people, and we almost passed the gauntlet the first time. We got to the third round of the 4 rounds in Tier 1 of the Black Ops gauntlet. And for those of you that don't know, the way that the 4 teams were selected to be in the 32-team tournament was that there was a gauntlet, the Black Ops gauntlet. It wasn't the Modern Warfare 3 gauntlet. And if you won 4 games in the Black Ops gauntlet, you beat Tier 1. And the 16 teams that beat Tier 1 would go on to Tier 2. And if you won twice in Tier 2, you'd be one of the 4 teams that went into the 32-team $1 million tournament, which is pretty awesome. And I was really, really hoping to try to get the chance to be one of those guys. But unfortunately, I got knocked out at the last second by a professional team that had one of Hastro's old teammates in them, which is a pretty awesome way to go, if you ask me. I think it's also amazing because I was just playing with a bunch of random people that I met that day, and we did so well. I actually got their gamer tags and added them on Xbox Live. When they were first announcing Call of Duty XP, they talked about like rewards for completing certain activities. And that's one of the things I kind of thought was funny, because when they say rewards, you're kind of thinking, oh, I could get like an iPad or something special like that. But what they really were patches. And you would get a patch for just participating, like King of the Hill, Spec Ops Zombies, Gauntlets. There's like a sumo arena. If you went to go visit like this armory where they had plastic representations of weapons in the game, you'd get these patches for participating. And then depending on whether or not if you succeed in these events, you'd get prestige patches, which are all the same. Well, it looks like I'm going to have to wrap up the commentary here. If you guys want to hear more about Call of Duty XP, I still got a bunch of stuff that I could talk about. So if you guys like this, please make sure to like and favorite. And if you haven't already, please click the YouTube button if you're on Respawn Army app, or if you're already on YouTube, just you could subscribe to me. Anyways, thanks for listening, and see ya.